Yes, good evening. So I would like to just clarify the reason why the interview was not conducted on the court, the post-match interview, like it's a common, usual practice. A couple of days ago, the famous sports journalist who works for official broadcaster Channel 9 here in Australia made a mockery of Serbian fans and also made insulting and offensive comments towards me. And since then, he chose not to issue any public apology. Neither did Channel 9. So since they're official broadcasters, I chose not to give interviews for Channel 9. I have nothing against Jim Courier, neither the Australian public, and it was a very awkward situation for me to face on the court today, and it's unfortunate. I chose to say something to the crowd, but obviously it wasn't the time and space or situation for me to explain what I'm doing right now. So I leave it to Channel 9 to handle this the way they think they see fit, and that's all. Yes, exactly.
Next up, we have Carlos, and I'm just wondering, how does the excitement, the motivation change when you prepare for someone like him and knowing that you want to continue to have a dominant
I'm expecting a big battle, as it's the case in most of our matches that we where we faced each other. Maybe just a couple of times it was quite one-sided. Wimbledon Finals last year, he was the dominant force on the court, and I had a really good match against him in the World Tour Finals in 2023. You know, other than that, we had some long battles, long exchanges, kind of matches that I played against him remind me of my matchups versus Nadal, in terms of the intensity and the energy on the court. And just he's very dynamic, explosive player, incredibly talented and charismatic player. Great to watch, not that great to play against. But, you know, I look forward to it. I think when the draw was out, that a lot of the people were looking forward to a potential matchup in quarterfinals, Alcaraz versus me. So here we are. I think we both are hitting the ball pretty well this tournament, and I like the way I'm playing and the way I'm feeling last couple of matches, so I'm excited about that challenge.
Hi, Novak. You have talked about this in the past, that you notice everything about your opponent on the court, whether it's the breathing, the expressions,
Right.
how the opponent is feeling. Just wondering if you do that during the pre-match practice as well. Do you feel anything, the energy, or how the opponent is hitting the ball during the practice?
Do you mean in the warm-up for the match before the court? Before we enter the court? Well, I mean, not so much. I mean, obviously the warm-up is quite short. You know, it's a few minutes here and there, few shots from back of the court, volleys, serve, and that's it. And you start a match. I would say that you get a sense of how your opponent is feeling already before the match, before you enter the court, in the gym, because our locker room, we in a way can't run away from each other, as we are sharing locker rooms and gym spaces and warm up areas. So we do see each other and our respective teams, and so there's a battle already that starts before we step out on the court.
Novak, was there anything said about the crowd tonight that specifically irritated you? I think the chair at one point said something along the lines of, "Oh, that wasn't deliberate." Was there anything that?
No, look, you know, it's nothing that really stands out or extraordinary. You know, every match something different happens, but you know, this was. I already explained myself. The reason why I wasn't giving an interview is not for the crowd; it was for the Channel 9 situation. Yeah.
Novak, we saw on some of the vision from underneath you, conversation with Craig Tiley. Can you shed any light on that?
It's exactly what I told you. That's what I told him, because I haven't seen him since that happened, and he was communicating with my agent and my team. So I just wanted to make sure, as I have a really nice relationship with Craig, and I think he's a phenomenal guy that always tries to help players and understand the players' needs or demands. And so I just wanted to make sure that he knows where I stand and the reasons behind it. So I told him, you know, if you guys want to fine me for not giving an on-court interview, that's okay. I'll accept that, because I feel like this is something that needs to be done, and that's all there is to it. That's all.
So, congrats. You said you like the way you're playing. Just curious, how much do you feel like you're in rhythm right now? How much have you improved over the last week?
Well, I think the last two matches have been on really high level. Played two Czech players that are in a really good form. Lehečka won the tournament in the first week of the season, and he's been feeling the ball great. So it was a great matchup for me prior to Alcaraz, and of course I wasn't thinking about Alcaraz before winning this match, which again I didn't see myself as a clear favorite, but you know I'm really glad to be able to beat both Mahac and Lehečka in straight sets. So that encourages me to believe I can win against any opponent really on a good day when I'm feeling my best. So that's what I'm trying to focus on. You know, my game, recovery, making sure that I'm ready for whatever awaits me on the court. Can you please raise your voice? I can't hear you, sir. Right. No, not particularly. I'm very determined already, so this is not using this to kind of fuel my fire more. I just feel like I don't want to repeat myself. I already said what I need to say, so it doesn't fuel me more. Okay. Yeah. No, he wants to speak in English, even though you're pretty good in Serbian. He's Slovak.
How did you feel? How was the meeting with my Slovak friend
Jan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was surprising. I mean, he's been a supporter of mine for the last 20 years. Actually, first time I met him and his wife was 20 years ago here when I qualified for the first time for Australian Open 2005. So it was quite a surprise for me during a Eurosport interview. They organized it all, so I'm really pleased to see him, and he gave me a shirt.